What's up, guys? Justin Brock here, and today I'm going to give you a doctorate degree in marketing for insurance. I'm really going to do this, guys. If you have a bachelor's degree in marketing from a university, this is going to fast forward you through all the BS that a professor would teach you about marketing, of which they've probably not done any. And we're going to get straight to what is actually going to help you grow your business, get in front of more people, and convert clients. It's not always going to be exactly what you want to hear because the thing is, there isn't a cheat code to everything, but I am going to, at the end, give you one cheat code that everyone could do to get 5 to 10 more sales a month without any money spent and without going to networking groups or getting out or wasting your time. So hold fast for that one. In the beginning, I want to just talk about what the 4 types of marketing there are. So this comes from Alex Hormozy's book, $100 Million Leads, which is a great book, by the way. One-to-one cold, one-to-one warm, one-to-many cold, or one-to-many warm. So some examples of this are one-to-one cold is like cold calling, door knocking. Of course, there's going to be, depending on different states with the DOIs, FTC, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, there could be different rules on how you can and when you can do these things. So one-to-one cold in insurance in some cases can be out. Even if it isn't out, it's very difficult. The one good thing about it is it's cheap. All right. One-to-one warm, direct outreach. This is following up with people who have explicitly given you permission to talk to them about this topic or to talk to them, period. In the beginning, when someone starts, of course, a lot of people are telling them, like at Northwestern Mutual or some of these companies, Aflac, when you first come in, it says make a list of 200 people you know and start reaching out to those people. I'm not going to demonize that because even though when we hire agents, we try to teach them how to do marketing where they don't have to exhaust their list, the top agents I've ever met always do that as well as evolve their marketing. So one-to-one warm, don't sleep on it. Biggest companies are doing it more than you think. One-to-many cold. This is when I am advertising to a bunch of people, but I'm cold and they don't know who I am. That's paid social ads, TV, radio, big audience, message where I'm resonating, starting to get them into my funnel through that process. One-to-many warm. This is things like dinner seminars, workshops, big seminars, depending on what you're marketing. You know, in insurance, we are in the Medicare and health insurance side of things, which, by the way, if you're watching this and you're in property and casualty or business insurance or any of that, Medicare and health is an amazing vertical that we have built a huge business in because it's underserved and people are recruited heavily into home and auto. So keep that in mind. But in this industry, we market to individual consumers as well as agents. On the agent side, we have a huge seminar that we do each year, not seminar, but conference called MEDICARE Con. Next year, it's going to be in Orlando in 2025. If you're watching this in 2024, 2025 April is going to be in Orlando. MEDICARE Con, that is an audience with 1,300 to 1,500 people that is warm, one-to-many. We're talking to them, right? We're helping them. We're showing them things. But then also, we'll probably have an offer for them as well. So it's one-to-many in an audience format. But you can do this in dinner seminars in Medicare. I can have, 1 to 30 people I'm talking to. We did one last night where Jackson Taylor on our team and some of our team members were communicating one-to-many in that audience. And it was warm. They knew that they were signed up to be there, to have dinner and listen to a Medicare workshop by an agent at Bobby Brock Insurance. So those are the 4 quadrants of that. Now, another thing that I think is important when you're looking at marketing is to think about marketing in three categories: educate, entertain, or strong call to action. Okay, strong call to actions, strong lead magnet, strong lead concept. I want something from this ad. I need this. Strong call to action. This is going to be your higher conversion. But as far as long-term marketing, not just lead development, educate and entertain are the ways that you can build trust in the community that you're trying to approach. So one thing we'll get into here are the three, the 4 timelines for conversion marketing. Okay. The 3 timelines of conversion marketing. 1, immediate conversion. This is where you have a low cost per acquisition way that you can convert and get a client. However, this typically leads to a lower lifetime value of that customer. In the Medicare world, these are typically people that respond quickly, lower income, respond to marketing quicker, but they'll also respond to other people's marketing quicker. We see that in property and casualty world as well. People that are constantly shopping car insurance quotes, and they'll just let anyone enroll them. You might keep them a year, then they shop it again, you're losing them. So lower lifetime value of a client, but also a lower cost per acquisition. Sometimes when you're building a sales team, you might need a process like this to scale your sales team and to train them, and then you need something with an immediate return on ad spend. So this is a scalable return on ad spend. Doesn't mean I want to build my entire business or book of business around lower quality clientele. However, I do want to have something, some process that I can bring people in on, train them, and keep on going, right? So I need something that has scalable return on ad spend. That's my immediate conversion. When I get over here to mid-range conversion, not a lot is going to fall into mid-range conversion for me. It's medium cost per acquisition, high lifetime value, and it's difficult to scale. What we see is dinner seminars. One of the reasons it's difficult to scale is you have to actually have some physical presence in there, right? So there's a long-term aspect, there's a little bit of short-term, but we kind of put it in that mid-term category. Only thing that we have in mid-term right now is dinner seminars. In just a minute, I'm going to get into Facebook, TV, radio, all these different things and how they fit into a marketing plan. But I want to get this right first. So high intent, long term, okay? This is important. The high intent, long term marketing is branding. It's a heavy drip campaign where you're really drip marketing on them. Maybe it's a series of direct mail. Maybe it is, multiple Facebook ads that refine down who you're talking to. Maybe you're sending them to an article, capturing their IP address, and then retargeting them because they read your article with a new video ad. And then that video ad's only targeting the people that actually came. So it's like refining your audience through Facebook. Then there's creative standouts. So like I want creatives and copy that stands out in the crowd, not just a quick, low intent call to action like I was talking about on the other side. I'm wanting something that stands out and builds rapport. Takes a longer time to get to these people, but I'm playing the long game here, playing the long game to get the high, very high lifetime value customers. These are customers that are going to be low service, higher, they're people that will buy more products from you. And by the time you get them, you're not going to lose them, so they stay on the books longer. If you're in insurance, you ought to be looking at the renewal side. If you're getting in this thinking about life insurance only, life insurance has very low renewals, and some opportunities have almost zero or zero renewals associated with it. When you're looking at Medicare, health, even property and casualty, you're looking at a renewal game, right? So if I'm playing this renewal side, having low service, high LTV means they're going to stay on the books and not need a whole bunch of service over time. This is the kind of person that's not going to shop their stuff every year because they don't care about saving $37 here or there. They're just like, I'm happy it's working the way it is. I don't need to change it. Everything's good. Makes for a great customer, and occasionally they definitely need service and we want to be there for that, but we don't want someone that just hammers you every time something goes up $1.47 a month. So this is a high cost per acquisition side of things. It's what we're trying to aim towards, but high cost per acquisition can be difficult to get to. So this mid-level scalable, the reason I say it's scalable at the mid-level is because your issues are going to be cash flow. So my cash flow is going to hold me back, which is why I need a lot of this and some of this to get me more cash flow so that I can scale up to having a higher lifetime value customer, a higher cost per acquisition customer. Now, another thing is your talent and experience is going to hold back. If I spend a lot of money warming this person up to want to do business with my company and I send them to an agent who is not adequate, doesn't know the answers, isn't good, then I'm going to lose that sale. And then I just lost a whole bunch of money because now I had a high CPA, but it's not even a CPA. Maybe that phone call costs $300. It might be closable at 75 to 80%, but if it costs $300 and I'm not closing them, then that's just money down the drain. So I also need to go back to my immediate conversion and mid-range conversion and use those as training grounds to get agents, we call them internally legacy agents, that are worthy and trained well enough to help these people efficiently, right? So that when I scale this marketing, I have the people to actually work it. Now, if it's just you right now and you're not building a sales team, then you could go straight for this, but then of course you're going to run into this cash flow issue, right? So let's get into this a little bit deeper. So let's scale this down here and head over to this. All right, so right here, what I'm going to talk about is a couple of different mediums. So first we'll talk about Facebook and direct mail. Facebook and direct mail, both can be used poorly or with high quality. Sometimes people say, I tried Facebook and the lead sucked. Sometimes people say, I tried direct mail and the lead sucked. Then there's other times where say, I tried direct mail and it was amazing. What depends on the actual style that you're doing it. So what we're talking about really in marketing is using direct mail on Facebook to build an audience that actually wants to do business with us. That's what we want long term. But in the beginning, you can have quick, mid, or long-term strategy with either one of these. I can have quick with a strong call to action on Facebook or direct mail. Might be targeting a lower income, folks that are looking for something that they want from us really quickly. Mid, I'm looking at dinner seminars again. Long term is far out quality drip to specific data sets. So this is one where especially on the direct mail, but even on Facebook, I can use high quality data, like maybe income ranges of 50 to 200,000 in specific geography that I'm trying to target. That's markets that are good for us. And, then it can give me all three of those. So I'm just letting you know, you can use both of those mediums to get any of that. Now, some of the other stuff people get into, let's talk about radio, TV. This is TV with broadcast television, which is like your local affiliate television. You can put out a broadcast ad over the local NBC affiliate for like where we're at. We have like WLOV, WTVA, WCBI. You may have KTIN or whatever you have out there. Those networks are broadcast networks. And when you advertise through that broadcast network, you're going to hit some cable boxes, you're going to hit some antennas or bunny ears, you're going to hit some satellites, you're going to hit all of it because it's broadcast. Okay, the other type of TV advertising is OTT. This stands for over the top. This is your streaming services, your Roku TV, your Samsung TV. There are others like Hulu and YouTube TV and some of these where you may have to advertise directly through their platform, but OTT can have like a broadcast function of OTT where you're actually going out and hitting all the ones available to a multifaceted approach to streaming advertising. The reason I bring these up is they're heavy centric on brand. Getting on TV, having a radio show, things like that are going to build a lot of rapport with people. So it's typically a long-term strategy. But as I put here, you could technically use these for any of these quick, mid, or long-term strategy. If you have a strong enough CPA, if the timing's right, you're going to get those quicker returns on ad spend from them. But if you're really going to go long-term into radio or TV, you need to be thinking about the branding aspect of it. Same thing with maybe a billboard campaign. Throwing up one billboard is not going to bring you any business. Throwing up 16, 20, 30, 40 billboards for 5, 10 years, obviously is going to build a brand name, but can you afford to wait on that? Okay. Go in here, paid and earned media, SEO, writing a book. These are all concepts. So let's talk about the difference in paid and earned media. Paid media would be like a contributory that allows you to apply and then pay to be a member of this contributory where you're writing articles on a specific topic for them. Earned media is when people invite you on to be a podcast guest. They invite you on to write guest blogs. Maybe eventually you get on, you ever see somebody that gets on Fox Business or CNBC or CNN as a guest? These are earned media spots that you've built through PR, right? If you get those, it is heavy on the branding of you as an expert and then thus your business. It is going to also boost your SEO, and then having a book that you write while giving you some SEO juice through things like Google Books, Amazon Books, all these things you can self-publish. Having that is also going to increase your brand here. It's going to give you a lead magnet that you can use from Facebook and direct mail. So it's all going to feed one another. So there's like this ecosystem of doing things, but the call to action marketing that you're actually able to measure is typically going to be a social channel like YouTube ads, TikTok ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, maybe, and I don't talk about this much here, but we'll talk about Google paid advertising in just a second. Paid search is a whole different ballgame. But before I do that, I want to talk about one of the obvious cheat codes that people need. So if some of you may already be doing this, and so I don't want to be too elementary, but to the people that aren't, having a website, not a $15,000, $20,000 website, just a website that exists, that's clean and simple, that you can then link to a Google Maps listing, used to be called a Google My Business listing. That is going to help you immensely in getting about 5 to 10 clients a month just organically from people that are searching for what you do. Okay, so make sure you have those things. They're the website. You might have to pay to set one up. You could build one yourself. We could help you. Our Go Guru team will help with templates that we have. We could help you set that up and help you set up your Maps listing. But the Maps listing itself is what's going to bring in some quick organic traffic using geography and the category that you choose. Like if you're a health insurance agency or you're a car insurance agency, you choose that. And then getting reviews to it is going to make it convert higher. So that's another thing that we can help with in Go Guru, is getting those reviews there. Let's talk one more thing that I didn't put up here before, and that's things like Bing and Google pay-per-click search. Now, this is expensive. Bing probably less than others, but of course you have a quantity issue. But Google right now for paid ads, or there are some people that do really well at it, but typically they're used to a higher cost per acquisition. It can be high intent because it can be people that are actually searching for you, but you can also get really tied up in the idea of if you don't have the right negative keywords in your AdWords library that you've put together, you could actually be getting leads of people that you don't want often as well. So, which in any lead generation is the case, okay? But Bing and Google, I'm going to say, if you don't understand half of what I'm talking about over here, don't immediately go over here, because this is going to be a place where you burn a lot of money. Now, look, in a video, we can't always go over every nuance of marketing, but I hope that you're out there digesting this information over and over and over again, so that eventually you're like, that's what he's talking about, because it's imperative that you have different types of funnels, long-term, mid-term, short-term, at least short-term and long-term, and that you're always trying to use the short-term budget to get immediate return on ad spend and then invest that into a long-term strategy. Too many big businesses out there are all short-term, and it shows because they're convoluting the marketplace. But we have an event that we do. We're doing one in September of 2024. We're doing another one in January. We'll do a multiple next year in 2025 called Behind the Agency, where we go over these marketing plans in person, as well as how to pay your agents, how to hire, how to scale, how to do all that. If you're a newer agent, we do a new agent boot camp. We have one of those coming up in January. You can go to store.justinbrock.com and check all these events out. They're listed on there. And then also, if you're into Medicare marketing, go to look at the Medicare marketing manual that we wrote. It's on Amazon or Google Books. So go check that out, Medicare Marketing Manual by Justin Brock. Thank you for watching today. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.